Grand Rising, good morning, we're morning the morning. I'm just kidding, but I do want to talk about strict parents because I grew up with a friend, one of my best friends growing up. Her mom was very strict. Me and my friend Tracy on Facebook were just talking about this, which inspired me to do this live. But I noticed growing up, the kids who had the strictest parents usually did the worst stuff. Like they would sneak out. They will do stuff behind your back. Like if you are a strict parent, they're going to do stuff behind your back. And thankfully my mom wasn't super strict growing up. However, when I turned 18, that's when she really dug her claws into me. And I was like, oh my God, dude, fuck. It made me so angry. It made me so angry when she did this to me. And I did. I snuck out for the first time. I snuck out of my house at 18 years old. It was because I had summer school. After I graduated high school, I had to go to summer school for econ. And when I was in 9th grade, I had summer school, and my mom let me stay at my friend's house. I basically lived at my friend Megan's house, and I was 15. Basically lived there. I mean, we were all doing everything. And then once I turned 18, it was like, nope, you have school. You can't go out. And it's like, excuse me. So I'm just letting you know, if you are a strict parent, I would stop. And then also too, my mom would try to bust me. Like I remember, I parked at my friend's house, and I mean, for good reason, her intuition was obviously right, but like parents try to bust their kids doing stuff. And it's just like, what is that set up? Like for me, then I realized for me, because it was done to me, that my mom was always trying to bust me. I was trying to bust boyfriends doing stuff. Like I was always like trying to like, and it's like, that is weird behavior. I think as parents, we need to remember that our kids are humans. They have their own desires, their own interests, the things they want to do. You should help them do it within a safe way rather than telling them, no, you can't do that. There has to be a discussion. You have to give children rights to their bodies back. And right now we're living in a society where children do not have rights. They have zero rights to anything. I mean, these parents are trying to like take away more rights. And I don't agree with like the transgender kids transitioning and the puberty blockers. I also don't agree with birth control. I think that birth control is just as dangerous as these puberty blockers, and it's creating infertility. It's causing issues. It's unnatural. So I don't agree with that anyways. However, I don't think that parents should have a say over their children's bodies like that. They should have a right to choose what they want to wear. If they want to dress like a boy, let them dress like a boy. I don't care if you're religious. I don't care what your views are. You're no different than the parents who basically shame their children for being gay. Oh, you're not gay. Oh, and then they would exile their own children because they were gay. And like, that's what the church does. The church does not allow humans to be who they want to be, to do what they want to do. They control, manipulate, push fear, project their own fears onto people. And it's very damaging for children. Like, this is extremely damaging when parents do this to children because it makes them scared to live in this world. It creates more fear. It causes them to project those same traumas on other people. And we need to be careful with how we are raising our children and how strict we're being. I understand wanting to protect your children. I am all about protecting children, which is why I homeschool, because I'm protecting my child from the world right now. I'm teaching my child how to love herself, how to have confidence, and that will set her up in the world so when she goes out, she's not people pleasing. She's not doing things just because she wants to feel accepted or whatever else. Like, she's doing things because it actually makes her feel happy and she wants to. And sure, she's going to make some mistakes along the way, just like we all do. And I'm going to be here for her when she makes those mistakes. I'm not going to shame her and say, well, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, well, what were you thinking? I'm going to say, okay, and what did you learn from this? That's how we should be speaking to our children. What did you learn from this mistake? And they will tell you, but if they're too afraid of you because you're constantly yelling and shaming and controlling and with your energy, they're not gonna wanna talk to you. They're not gonna wanna be honest with you. They lie out of fear. Children lie out of fear. I lied to my mom out of fear because I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't tell her things because I was worried about how she would react, because I learned as a young child, if I told my mom something and I misspoke or I said something out of context or whatever, the way that she would freak out. And I'm like, oh God, I'm not telling her anything anymore, because I didn't know how her energy was going to be when I did that. And I was kind of saying with Avaloni, like sometimes she would do things, I'm like, and I'm like, okay, Stephanie, what is that doing to her energy body? Again, I talked about this yesterday in my life. Energy body, our energetic body is just as important. Like, we have the mind, body, and spirit, and your energy body is a part of you. And it becomes it's your nervous system, and it becomes very dysregulated as a child when you're growing up in these religious households in this society that controls, manipulates, and you have teachers pushing their own views and opinions. It doesn't matter. Like, it's funny because a lot of these Christians are like, oh, I don't want these teachers pushing their ideology on my children with transgender bullshit and gay and LGBT, but yet they are okay with you pushing your Christian religion on children. Like, that's okay with you? If your children are going to school and pushing their religion on their children, because that's what's happening right now. Children are going to school and they are encouraging their friends to come to my church, come to my youth nights. I don't agree with that. I know what happens at those youth nights. I know what these kids do. I know what me and my friends did at Bible camp, right? Just because it's Christian and it's Jesus does not make it good, okay? I would rather my child go to a camp that's like full of like fun activities and like doing all these fun things. And yes, some church camps do have some fun activities, but I want it to be more focused on like building relationships and learning to love self and like acting goofy and being funny and just being yourself. But a lot of these, again, churches are just like, they're not built that way. It's all about Hi Hitler, or should I say Hail Marys, or worship Jesus. It's all the same thing. It's a religion. You should not be looking up to anybody else, not a president, not a man, not a woman. It's to yourself. You are the mind, body, and spirit. We are supposed to be coming to self and figuring, how can I play God in this world? How can I truly love others? Not how can I control, manipulate, and shame and force them to believe my way, because that's the kind of society we're living in, and I'm seeing the damage it's causing on our children. So if you're a strict parent, I'm telling you right now, your children are not the goody two-shoes that you think they are. They're assholes, they bully people, they're mean girls, mean boys. Okay, and they sneak out of your house, right? And now you have cameras and shit, but kids get smart. Kids are smart. Now we have these 360 apps too, which is really sad. These kids are being tracked. There's like no freedom. Like, we are the government. Like, if you think about it, we are the government. We control, manipulate. We don't need other people above us, politicians, and some law enforcement officers are kind of like whatever. Anyways, I'm not going to go there. I'm just saying with parents, like, the way that we are controlling our children and manipulating them and pushing our religions and our views and our ways on them, it's not good for society. It's not good for our children. And we need to think about our actions. We need to think about the way we're raising our kids. And just remember, just because you're a strict parent does not make you a good parent. It actually makes you a scary parent, and your kids are scared of you. So anyways, love you. Have a great day.